Actually, let me move you. I thought I was at a good angle, but I'm not. Sorry. There. Kind of. Why is this crooked? Anyway. Capricorn, welcome to the Forgiving Tarot. This is your mid-July 2025 reading for your Sun, Moon, Rising, and or Venus signs. Check out your placements to get a message that most resonates with you. I'm not telling you what to do. The Oracle's not telling you what to do. Ultimately, you have free will. Therefore, you make the best decision for you and those involved. If you're cross-watching or you yourself, Caps, feel that the roles are in the reverse, please reverse them, take what applies, and leave what doesn't. It's a general reading, not a private reading, so it may resonate, may not resonate. Please be aware of that. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting, and donating. It is greatly appreciated. You have the Six of Pentacles as your overall energy. The Devil card in your current energy. That's your card. Okay, let's see. The Challenge, Eight of Pentacles. Foundation, Justice, Libra. Moon, Pisces energy in the past. Wow, look at all these major arcanas coming out. The Tower on your mind. And your outcome is the Queen of Wands, Aries, Sag, Leo energy. This almost looks like something working out for you because the Queen of Wands as the outcome can represent a person, but it could also represent confidence, attracting. So let's see what's going on here. Yeah, because the minor arcanas that you have are the Eight of Pentacles and the Six of Pentacles. So somewhere in between is a Two of Pentacles there, which is about trying to keep things balanced. It's juggling a lot. Things are up in the air. There's a lot of ebbs and flows, ups and downs. And the Challenge being the Eight of Pentacles, either this has something to do with work isn't being put in or it has to do with work because of the Pentacles. But the overall energy is either about an equal give and take or how you might be giving to a situation. Let's see. What is the Six of Pentacles for Capricorn? The King of Cups, the Strength card, the Two of Swords. Five of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Okay, so either you're feeling like there is a lack in a situation, whether it's lack of time and energy, money, effort, whatever. This King of Cups, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy doesn't have to be a water sign, but I'm just throwing it out there. There is some sort of, we could say an emotional tie. Strength card, Leo, Two of Swords. But there is a holding back. And for some with this Two of Swords is feeling like at a stalemate or there is a lack of communication. For some of you, you feel breadcrumbed. And I'm saying that because in this card right here, so they're both asking for whatever, some food. And the Rabbit here is trying to give a fair portion, even though if we look really closely, the scales are leveled, but one has more than the other. And notice how they have nothing on their plate yet. So I also feel like with this King of Pentacles, King of Cups, sorry. Notice how he has his cards, so he's hiding his cards. He could be hiding certain emotions, or he's trying to keep his emotions in check because normally that's what the King of Cups is. He's in this sea, right? The sea of emotions, but he's pretty calm. He does have a look that he's like kind of concerned here. All right, let's keep going. What is the devil card here, other than it being Capricorn? In the current energy, there could be just a focus on yourself. For some of you, I get the sense of you may be giving to a situation, but there's something that's a bit off. Because look at the way that these two are over here sitting. He's having his toast, he's drinking his tea or coffee, whatever, but everything seems like a shit show at the table. So it's almost kind of like not addressing the pink elephant in the room. The Five of Wands, there could be conflict, drama. This could even be internal. Now you have the King of Swords, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra energy. This almost seems like the King of Swords, this a little bit harsher or colder energy. Kind of like, I'm not going to display these emotions, even though they're there, with this King of Cups being there. And then the Two of Wands. Two of Wands is about either making a decision. 5 and 2, there's a Three of Wands. Expectations here. For some of you, that's the issue here, expectations. 8 of Wands at the bottom. That's another Three of Wands. 8 and 5, 3. Expectations, what's coming in. 8 and 2 would be 6 of Wands. For some of you, there's still kind of like this stuck on feeling, because there's an expectation that things would go right, or an expectation for attention, or expectation for a victory, an expectation for, just trying to label everything that the Six of Wands would be. Let's move forward. 8 of Pentacles. Why is that here? For some of you, there is a fighting oneself, like an internal conflict, and having to display this energy of coldness when, with this Two of Wands being here, there is this desire to, I don't know if it's about making a decision or just see a different future or outcome with whatever the situation is. King of Pentacles, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, the Four of Cups, and the Death card, Scorpio energy, Knight of Pentacles at the bottom. So the challenge is, I don't know if you feel like something is over, or you feel like something is a dead end thing, like it's not worth working on or putting in effort or looking at. Because with the King of Pentacles, this to me signifies somebody who is providing, because it's masculine energy. And then Pentacles is, I almost feel like work that's being put in to bring fruit to the situation. I wish I could speak less in this type of parable verbiage. And then Four of Cups, a sense of, I don't know, boredom, dissatisfaction, missed opportunity, more focused on things of the past and not letting something new come in. And then Death card, Scorpio energy, which is either transforming a situation, transmuting, or an ending of something, like an ending for a new beginning though. Let's see what the Justice card is. Why is that here? The Hermit, Virgo energy, the Nine of Cups, then there's the Two of Pentacles and the Fool card. So I feel like deep down inside with this Justice card, there is this desire for balance, for something that is kind of like a well-oiled machine. However, I also feel like a part of you wants to what's the word? Create some space. For some of you, you feel like that's what's fair, or that's what's needed. Okay, but then you have the Fool card, which is wanting a new beginning anyway. Why is the Moon card here in the past? Moon can represent, for me, I like to also look at it as traumas that are buried deep down, because this could be the subconscious. It can represent fears, confusion, illusions. Why is the Moon here? The Emperor, the Hierophant, the Five of Swords, Ten of Pentacles. This can be a family situation, a long-term situation, or had the potential for that, or whatever. So let's move on. Emperor, Hierophant, Five of Swords. You know, I almost feel like in the past, somebody was... Because the Emperor can represent a very stubborn energy. It's an energy of leadership. So when one is in this position of leadership, they have more power to, I guess, designate how something can go. And then Hierophant, this can be a work situation for some. Hierophant can represent like company, marriage, contracts, lessons, teachings, etc. Beliefs, morals. And then Five of Swords, which is an energy either of self-sabotage, lack of trust, pettiness, and on the other side of the spectrum, a sense of feeling defeated. So I feel like in the past there might have been this need for control, whether this is you or whoever you're dealing with or whatever, maybe even external. But it almost seems forced, because I keep looking at this Five of Swords, and to me it seems like something that is not being seen clearly. For some, in the past, things weren't being seen clearly with the Moon card. There could have been fears of commitment. Somebody could have had fears of commitment in the past. There might have been even a sense of confusion. Let's keep going. Why is the Tower here? I don't know, I kind of want to keep clarifying that past, but Six of Wands, there it is, that victory, success, Nine of Pentacles, Queen of Swords now, Seven of Cups at the bottom. I don't know if on your mind there is this, I get this blaming energy. For some of you, what's on your mind is kind of like this I don't give up type of energy. I also get this sense of if you're resonating with the I don't give a fuck type of energy, deep down inside, there's still this sense of, I don't know if it's fear, but more of like, there's a hurt there. I can't think of the word. I don't know, maybe you feel like you've wasted your time, your energy. For some of you, the phrase better off alone, whether you think somebody else is better off alone or you think yourself is better off alone. Let me see what else is here for this. Because Six of Wands, Nine of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, this is somebody who might be a little on the bitter side or like angry. And Nine of Pentacles is a card of somebody who's self-reliant. The Page of Wands, the Ace of Cups, and the Seven of Swords. Three of Swords at the bottom. You want to bring a sense of peace to this. You might even want to communicate some emotions or a new beginning with this Ace of Cups, but with the Seven of Swords, this is avoiding that. Or you're lying to yourself, or you avoiding it, or whatever. Again, could go vice versa. So take it as it resonates. You're trying to avoid a heartache, a disappointment, Three of Swords. What is the Queen of Wands as the outcome? Why is that here? The Lovers, Gemini energy, the Page of Swords. Wow, the Ten of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups. Hold on a second. You could be dealing with a fire sign, an Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. Doesn't have to be. Or somebody who has that kind of fiery energy. I feel like there's also this, I don't know if it's a burning passion or a desire or wanting to take action, something like this, but these, there's definitely a desire to, let me see what this Two of Wands is here. Because to me, this is looking like still with the idea or King of Wands, Two of Cups, the Temperance, Seven of Cups. There is this waiting. Either you're waiting to make a choice or somebody, or you're waiting for someone to make a choice or a move, because it's Wands. Because there is this waiting. Lovers is about a choice. It is also about a connection. Page of Swords is watching, is curiosity. It can be also about communication, but like something that's direct, could even be witty, or factual or whatever. And then Ten of Pentacles. There's kind of like this idea of either this is what you want to attract, but I'm almost feeling like a waiting for this. Let's take out, how long have I been doing this? 19 minutes. Hey Andy, happy Sunday. It's interesting how there was a lot of masculine energy at first, and then towards the end, towards what's on the mind, and then the outcome, some feminine energy started to come out. Let's see, what is the advice for Capricorn? Balance and destiny. Let's read that. I don't know if I'm going to do the other spread because I did the you and them previously. Okay, so for balance, it says, Periwinkle is a small town theater actor with big time talent. An agent arrives in town and is quite impressed with young Periwinkle. She offers him a contract and he drops everything that once mattered to him to be available for fame. Feeling sure that his big break is coming, he alienates his loved ones. He signs a contract with the agency, but there are no jobs. He's told he must wait for the right one. He learns that waiting for a dream is not as powerful as living a loving reality. Running towards something may chase it away. Be wary of being deceived by your own desires. I take me with me wherever I go. Is there a part of my life that may be out of alignment with who I am? This card is about chasing illusions, health matters, compulsive behavior, dietary imbalance, being result-oriented, self-neglect, honoring values, assistance, courtesy, and support. So let's see what else it says. Readings for yourself. Yes, not a lot, but I do. It's a little bit hard because although I try to be unbiased with my own readings, sometimes like I question a lot. Could this mean this? Could this mean that? I'm not sure. And then I find myself clarifying a lot. And a lot of the times I do get to some sort of conclusion. But it's interesting with tarot, it can read the energy, but you're always going to do whatever you're going to do. So to answer your question, yes, just not very often. All right, so for balance, it says, this card may indicate a reluctance to change. You may be hesitating because of the past, but that doesn't mean you should be hasty. Weigh all sides before moving forward. This can mean the start of a relationship proceeds slowly. So let's read destiny. Black and white are in heaven waiting to go back to earth yet again, to complete their work. When they meet and fall in love, they learn that they will not be together on earth. In previous lives, their love was ill-fated. They appealed to the council of great spirits who turned down their request to be together. But the great servant appears and grants their wish. Together they accomplish greater things than they could have done alone. Take a risk. Dare to have your life the way you decide. Are you willing to make sacrifices to have what you desire? What tools do I need to form in my own destiny? Am I ready for my destiny? This card is about true love, taking a stand, positive omen, radical thinking, deep satisfaction, ability to change, love, pathway, and faith. So hold on, there's a little bit more. Destiny. Black is the shade that demands to be taken seriously as it absorbs all colors. Black emits the warm, powerful energy of the protector. Unlike black, white is isolated. Together they balance and create. You will be guided by your angels to what is best for you and all concerned. Yeah. You know, even though like in my mind, I would want something to go in my favor, I do try to look at it for what it is because I don't want to deceive myself. You know what I mean? So, sometimes here's the thing also, because if I see a reading and it's saying something clear to me, sometimes I feel reluctant, like, okay, so I have clarity here, but that means I can change the situation. Sometimes we think we could change the situation and it ends up not being like that. We could be like, okay, yeah, it says that it's gonna, I don't know, example, it says it's not gonna go in the right way, but I'm going to do everything possible for it to fall in the right way. And then something happens where we mess it up and it ends up being that again. Or it ends up being what the outcome was. It's quite fascinating, for sure. All right, so Caps, this is pretty much everything I got for you. Be sure to check out the You and Them. I kind of want to do a You and Them, but I feel like it's going to take the video forever, and then I would have to do it for all the readings. You know what? I'm just going to leave it here. And then if anything, when I'm done with the mid-months, I'll do another You and Them if there's time. So hopefully there is. So Capricorn, sometimes it tells me I'm delusional. All right, I'm going to leave it there. Andy, thanks for stopping by. You too, thanks. I'm going to actually jump into the Aquarius reading. So I'll catch you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.